And there I was, covered in vaginal discharge. Hello and welcome to Shameful Dirty D and Rugdog09's reviews. This week we're doing a game that we haven't, well, that one of us has been banging on about for quite some time. The other one's only just started to play, and that is...
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption. And I have to say, it's fucking amazing. Most of those lighters don't work. It's a truly astounding game. I haven't completely finished it all the way through yet because I'm still playing through it. It's a brilliant game. It's really got me hooked. I also have a shit ton of other games to play as well. So it's mostly going to be Chris talking about it tonight because
I've played it more, I suppose.
Yeah, he's got more experience on it. So
over to me. Right, it's an open world game. Obviously, you got to be bloody hidden under a rock to not know what it's about. At the moment, I'm on a wagon.
It's about pirates.
Yeah. Yar. Look at me, I be looking for treasure.
Looking for treasure.
And anyway, yeah, I've gone around Armadillo, and you can walk up to people like I am now and push them over. And generally, yeah, start a fight and walk about. You can go to the shop and buy stuff, which I'm going to do in a minute. You can gamble. You can play that 5-finger fillet. Is that what they call it? I can't remember. What
5-finger fillet.
Hello.
I call it trying to stab yourself in the hand with a knife, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Try not to stab your hand in the face. There's horseshoe, where you throw a horseshoe around a pin.
Poker, blackjack. I can't remember the liar's dice.
Yeah, liar's dice.
Well.
I don't know if there's any else, but they're games you can play anytime you want to bolster your money or just for a laugh. And if you lose, you can just get up at the end of it and shoot everybody if you want, or just beat them up. Also, there are little missions. At the moment, I'll get on the horse and I'm going to get somebody who's stolen some money.
I would say they're called
random events.
Random events, yeah.
Yeah, random events. And I shoot him and bring the money back. And the game's filled with this all the way through. You just get little random events as well as the main storyline mission to go on. The main storyline is about John Marston, and he's having to capture these men who he was in a gang for, and these federal agents back home are holding his wife and son captive, and he's got to do the work for them, basically. And
it's the old classic, you're going to work because we fucking tell you to do the job.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the basic story of it, and you have to do, in my opinion, sometimes a silly amount of missions, I suppose, but they had to make a game, didn't they? But you have to do sometimes a silly amount of missions to do it. There's this doctor guy, what's his bloody name? He's like, oh, hello, my dear.
Fuck, I should know. I've finished.
Yeah.
I've done.
Yeah, it's been a while. And you just keep doing stuff for him all the time, and you'd have thought you just put a bullet in the fucker's head, to tell the truth, because he's such an annoying bastard.
He is. He's the only character I didn't actually sort of like. Well, I haven't liked so far. He did kind of get on my tits.
Yeah, it's just like doing missions for him. It's dragged. And what I've got to say about this game is, to start with, it forces you to do things like you've got to go out with this woman and herd cattle, and that's the most boring shit ever. And it's not a way to get you into a cowboy game where, oh, you're going to go out and you're going to herd some cattle.
Well, it is quite cowboyish though, so it is kind of a way. But yeah, but also, again, it basically is skipping the tutorial, isn't it? By basically being a sort of covered tutorial.
Yeah, I suppose so, but I mean, even
and also I kept going back to her as well while doing missions for the sheriff.
Yeah, you go back to her and she becomes like your friend and helps you out. But I think that's the one weakness I didn't like, was the beginning of it, and then it soon goes into a game that you love and you want to keep playing. Though after that, it's just the beginning that annoyed me. It's me playing the 5-finger don't stab yourself in the hand thing. And I think I stab myself in the hand in a minute. I do this one easy. I think there you go. There you go. Stabbed yourself and you're like, ooh. And then it gets more complicated as you go on. You have to keep pressing a series of triggers in an order to pass, and then it gets more complicated. You've got to remember more different combinations. And eventually you lose and you get really angry with it and want to throw it on the floor and snap the disc and piss on it.
I wouldn't go that far. But okay, Mr. Angry Man. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I would say it can be a bit fucking irritating, but I wouldn't say it's that irritating.
And then I start a fight with that man because he beat me. I cut the video a bit there. He beat me at one of the advanced levels, so I run after him with a rope. This is great. You can run up to anyone, and or horses if you want, but people is fun. And you just tie them up with a rope. You lasso them, and just tie them up. And you can put them on the back of your horse and put them on the train line for the train to obliterate. if you really want to.
See, you can also, when you lasso a horse, so if you lasso the horse and not the rider will kind of stop for a couple of seconds and then take off with the horse, and you get about 5 seconds of sliding on your feet before you fuck over. But
Yeah,
I do enjoy it.
That Michael J. Fox moment in Back to the Future when he's sliding around on a road, and we probably need to go for another western, but that always sticks.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah, so
Probably
at the
need
moment
to go.
I'm wanted because I tied the guy up. If you do that in public,
They don't really like it.
yeah, sheriff's going to come after you with his pass. And the horse kicked me off because I forgot that if you keep spurring a horse on, it'll kick you off, and it won't like you very much.
It does kick you off.
Yes.
One of the lovely things I like about this game, you do kind of feel like a cowboy. Although I've stated before that I don't particularly like cowboys.
No.
Or spies. Or
Spies or cowboys or
gangsters, yeah. For that matter. But it does actually make you feel like a cowboy, and I think that's a good thing. Well, clearly it's a good thing, because you are playing a cowboy. If it makes you feel like I don't know, a Russian gymnast, I don't think he'd be doing his job.
This is Undead Nightmare that you're going to be watching, by the way.
Yeah, which is an add-on pack, well worth the money. It's thoroughly enjoyable. I've only played a little bit of it so far because I haven't completed the main game. So
Yeah,
you know,
I would recommend you complete the main game before you play this because you understand it a bit more. Some of the people, especially later on in the stories that you encounter, you're going to think, who the hell's that? So that's a good reason to complete it. This horse is a horse of the apocalypse, by the way. You get like extra horses. They don't ever run out of stamina. You can just beat them. As much as
that's
possible.
why his horse is flaming.
And in a minute we're going to talk about. This is a brilliant game. We're going to talk about some things that piss us off.
Well,
And
yeah, every game has its bad.
Here comes a bit. This is just happens a lot. I saved this lady. People still try and mug people when the zombie apocalypse is on. I try and pick up this guy's stuff, but I can't because the horse will not get out of the way. So I have to get back on the horse. Now I could just move up and then get off and do it again, but it's just like a bit of a the horse to get out of the way. You can't push it out of the way because it's a big horse, and they won't get out of your way. And for that matter, as well, when you call a horse, sometimes me and Rugged both had this. You'll call them, and then they'll fuck off. They'll come up in front of you, and then you'll run after them, and they'll
And the
piss
horse
off.
will run away as you're trying to jump on his ass, and that's not good when you're playing online in multiplayer.
And you try to get
When
away.
you're trying to get away from a load of people that are shooting you in the head because you've inadvertently shot them in the back while they were doing a hideout.
Yeah.
But we don't do that a lot, do we?
No, not at all.
No, we're good cowboys.
Also, you get snagged on scenery a hell of a lot in this game.
Yeah.
Constantly. I mean, you'll just get caught on like a little box on the floor. I mean, it's a fucking box. Give me a break. It's a box. You can step over the box. Or you'll try and run around, turn around, and you can't, and you go in a big circle, and sometimes you'll fall off a fucking building.
Yeah,
because
that's the favourite.
can't
That's
just-
the favourite one.
And it's like, what the hell? That's the Dead Eye targeting system there, by the way, in play. That's a nice feature. You can aim at stuff.
Another point,
Yeah.
which is you've got the cover system which most games have these days, and for some reason it's really difficult to be on the outside or inside of a building
Oh yeah. I know.
and shoot out of the fucking windows.
Yeah, sometimes it is, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I'll be shooting at people and it just won't hit us because there's some
Yeah, 'cause-
magic barrier.
Yeah, because you shoot at the window sill or something like that. I mean, minor flaws, but flaws nonetheless that could have been polished up. You get the odd occasional graphical glitch as well.
Yeah.
Weird bits of black screen in the air.
had
I've
that.
seen that. I've been chased by a bit of black
Oh
screen.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like-
also, wagons in multiplayer, they end up high in the sky. They'll just be floating in the air, which is weird. And something else, which is back to how the game pisses us off. You'll commit a crime, like you can pick safes and stuff like that, and you'll go in the place, and no fucker will be around for miles. You'll make sure that they're not around, and then you'll pick the safe, and then a lawman on the other side of the street, who's in another house, will all of a sudden start flashing up that he's seen you when you've committed a crime, and it's like, how the fuck can... I mean, I made one of the Hitler parody videos I've got on this channel, about it. They can see you commit crimes from miles away, and you'll shoot someone, and someone over the other side of the valley might start flashing that they've seen you, and it's like,
I just committed a mortal sin.
bollocks. Yeah, it's like, really? Fucking eyes of a fucking hawk. Yeah, mate. Well done.
Well,
sort it
I
out.
fear
I mean,
my
that's-
judges may be a little more
that
stringent
really
than
pisses
yours.
me off.
Really does get on your tits, doesn't it?
But I
In fact,
appreciate
that's the
the
third
advice.
time you made 3 videos
Unfortunately,
involving Red
many
Dead
of my
Redemption.
nuns are
Yeah.
also
I
resourceful
have to do it
this
in
game.
the review, yeah.
And
Their innocence will kill
you've
them,
mentioned it
which is
3
truly
times. That's
It's just-
amazing.
X-ray vision. They're fucking.
Can I
super
honestly
X-ray
say so?
vision.
I've never had that problem.
I fucking maybe it's my copy. Fucking.
Or maybe
try.
that's just you.
Go into the McFarlane Ranch and in the foreman's office, fucking well, try and rob the safe, and then see somebody flashing on the outside. Maybe they've got patched it since you got it recently to me, but when I first got it, the law saw you breaking a crime or committing a crime, fucking anywhere that you fucking were. It didn't matter where you hid. You could not commit a crime because it was like. Well, the game just wouldn't let you. It didn't fancy letting you do it.
Yeah.
This is me playing multiplayer, by the way.
Yeah, this is the free roam mode, which is basically this basically it's unlike most games. Instead of having a lobby, you
Pistol
have pistol whip a guy dead. Nice. Instead of having a lobby, you basically go into a free roam mode. From there, you can also access different game
Yeah,
types.
gang match, free for all, co-op missions. God, there's the zombie. There's like a wave thing, like Gears of War, but the waves of zombies coming after you. A bit different, but and there's a load more. Then there's hardcore versions. There is more than that. I just can't remember them all. There's
Yeah, we
tons.
can't remember off the top. You can also
Posse?
as Shameful's there is doing. You can start posses. Well, he's declining an invite to a posse there.
No, I accepted.
Oh, you
it.
accepted the posse.
Yeah.
The posse invite.
Now I
Then
jump
you-
off a building and
Yeah.
die. I was trying to jump on the roof like a proper cowboy, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
shit.
But you realised how crap it was.
You can start posses. Then the posse leader can create a waypoint and tell you all to. Because even in free roam, there are forts and different areas.
Gang
are all,
hideouts,
yeah,
yeah.
gang hideouts where the thieves are, and you can all go there and start shooting at the and get experience for it. And there's a leveling up system where you get more weapons when you level up. Different horses, different character outfits.
Yep.
Well, different characters, not just.
Well, yeah,
outfits.
different characters. Yeah. So they're different character names, don't they?
Yeah.
As well.
And when you can even prestige in this, like you can in Call of Duty, and all that gives you is a different animal. Like you can ride a buffalo.
Yeah. Riding
Yeah.
a buffalo.
Ride that buffalo, bitch. Yeah. One thing that's missing, I was saying, no, that's not really a gripe. It's just I wish I had it. Was the train? You get a train in this game in single player. You can go on the train, climb on top of the train. You can't rob the train really. You point the gun at the driver and it just stops and everything goes to shit. It'd be nice if you had the train in multiplayer, just so you could all get on the train and kind of like, woo! I got the train, baby. But yeah, and so that's nice. Anything else you want to add?
Not really. No, I think we've quite happily discussed it.
So yeah,
It's a brilliantly wonderful game. If you haven't tried it yet, I wholeheartedly recommend it. It's a brilliant game. Gets you hooked fairly quickly, and the multiplayer is a load of fun, especially when you're in a posse and you just start killing your friends.
yeah. Me and the dog had said we hadn't had that much fun playing a computer game in a long time. When we were just like throwing sticks of dynamite at each other, and it took us back to the days.
He killed me by peening me in the head with a stick of dynamite.
Yeah, I threw it in his
Before it
face and he died. It
exploded.
didn't even blow up.
It's awesome.
But that's fun. That's really fun, and it took me back to the days of PlayStation or PS2 when you had like. It just reminded me of that type of the quality, yeah, but the fun,
the
yeah,
fun you had. Sort of,
yeah.
the
with your
fun
friends.
is kind of getting lost as more and more gamers appear, and everyone seems to be taking the whole thing a bit too seriously.
Yeah, so it's fun, and any negatives we've said, don't be put off by them because
Yeah, they are minor things. They don't affect massive gameplay.
yeah, I mean, you do get griefers in this on the free roam. Like if you're doing a gang hideout,
Yeah.
people might come along and try and start shooting you
Shooting
while you're
you
doing
back,
it.
yeah.
We've done it to people. That's fun. That's part of the fun.
Yeah.
And then you'll start shooting them as well, and then the gang members will shoot at them and kill them anyway, and you still get the points for completing the gang hideout. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. So no one seems to disapprove of it that much. Unless, of course, you are a massive dick and you just concentrate bullying on one guy, in which case you deserve to be, to be kicked out and people complain about you.
Right. I think this
Okay.
video's coming to an end now.
Oh, I think it is as well. Final scores.
I'd give this game a 9 out of 10. I don't think I'll ever give a game 10 out of 10. Near about 9.5 out of 10. I do like it a lot.
I like it a lot. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I don't do things by halves.
Your territory is under attack.
So yeah, 9 out of 10. Fantastic game, wonderful. And
Till
yeah,
next time.
Yeah, next time. The next review, whichever, whenever that is.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Okay, so tell me about this vaginal discharge.
The attackers have been driven off. You have kept control of the territory.